Right, so now what we want to do is look at the personal workspace. So if we go into the overview section first of all, you can see here that we have signed in with this email over here, and that was done through Google. So what we want to do is if we click on our app here, we are logged in, so everything is fine. Let's go back into the Creator Hub. In here, we can go into the overview. We have our sign up section here. You can also check components out, which we will do later on in this video. And then we can also deploy our app to production. Here we can configure our application. So this is where we get to the configure section. So there's a few options we can go through, which we will do in this crash course. Email address. So users can add email addresses to their account. These are just options that you can select, but you can basically go through each one. Phone number is essentially a pro feature. So if you have the pro account with Clerk, then you can add that in. Users can set a username for their account and first and last names. So we're going to leave that for this build just because we have the information in our final build that is set up, which only takes in the email address, password, and confirm password. You can add further information in, such as them two features as well, and then that can add to the account also. So going back into here, we also can allow users to delete their account as well. So that is the first section. The connections, well, we have Google as our social provider, but you can add further connections for all users in here as well. So let's click onto this one. You can essentially use all of these built-in providers, but essentially we're going to keep it as the built-in Google one. So I'm going to enable sign up and sign in, and also block email sub-addresses. You can tailor this however you want, basically. So I'm just going to click cancel in here. You also have Web3, you have multi-factor authentication. So this is an add-on that you can add as well. You have restrictions. So sign up mode is public. You can restrict it to whatever you want. And also you can disable signups and have a wait list as well. So if you think about every option that they provide for you, there's quite a lot in here that you would need to manually do yourself if you didn't have something like Clerk available. Again, attack protection, you have this as well. And the catch up widget at sign up, this is important. And this is what we will be looking at later as well in the video. Essentially, you have a capture which is done with Cloudflare. It just basically says verify that you're a human. So that's that one. There's plenty more features in here, but essentially what I want to focus on is you've got the developers section in here. So API keys, this is what we have, and we've added in our env local. And then do we have any updates? There's no updates. The other ones potentially you would use is integration. So this is where you would have Firebase, and then you can also read the documentation along with Google Analytics with production only purposes. So this is where you would kind of deploy your application, and then you can see the analytics behind everything to do with Clerk as well. And again, we have organization management, which I'm not going to touch on in this crash course, but I will do another crash course for this specifically. So we'll build on top of what we have. And essentially, that's everything that we need. We also have subscriptions. We have our users in here, so all of the users. Invitations as well. So this is where we can send invitations. So we can create a user, or we can invite a user with a link that is sent to their email address. This is where you would invite your users as well. So you would get like a magic link, and that's how you invite the users to view your dashboard or whatever it may be. So next, what we want to do is build our homepage over here. So let's go ahead and build that functionality.